Hiya and welcome back to my channel. We are going to explore and play with the 48 set of Lyra Aquacolor water-soluble crayons in this video. Today I'm going to introduce you to the Lyra Aquacolors. They are my alternative to the Caran d'Ache Neos because at the time I was not able to purchase the Caran d'Ache Neos in South Africa, and these were super affordable in South Africa. And then I decided to purchase these as an alternative to the Neo colors and haven't looked back. I enjoy them thoroughly. I've had them for a long time already, over 2 years. That's why it's looking a bit tarnished on the top here, but this is the packaging that it comes in. And you just slide the cover off, you slide the cover off and it comes in this metal tin. Sorry, we don't need those right now. In a metal tin, and when you open them up, open the tin up, there they all are. This is the 48 set of, and you can see they last forever. Yeah, I've had them over 2 years and hardly any usage on them. They're brilliant. They're highly pigmented and so easy to use, so very fun to use. Let me choose. Over here you will see, so it's got the labeling, and over here is the color. Oh gosh, I can't get it to focus, sorry. Okay, so it has the colors over here in a number of languages. That's probably better. It gets rather messy because they're water soluble and they're super soft and they're like crayons. Gives you their contact details on there, and this is their labeling, and it's got a number. Right. Because I've had them, because I've had them for the length of time that I have, I've already swatched all of them out. However, I thought it would be fun to swatch them again for you, just to do a quick swatch to see what the colors are like and how easily they dissolve in water. And then I thought we could maybe use them in a coloring book just to show you how they work and what you can do with them. Not that I am an expert in any shape or form, so please take this from the point of view as a colorist, a hobbyist, having fun with new materials and with new supplies. So I'm just going to get set up and then I'll be right back. For the purposes of swatching, I'm going to be using my Arteza mixed media paper. It's like an ivory color. They're rather large sheets. They're a nice thick board. They are 180 GSM and they're perforated, so you can easily remove them. I've already got a sheet ready. Here is my sheet of paper. All right, I'm going to put it this way so it's easier to record. Materials and supplies that you're going to need for the use of these aquacolors. You're going to need a board. So this, I don't have the Caran d'Ache water media board. I've just got a chopping board that I bought in my grocery store that I use, and it serves the purpose perfectly fine, so I haven't invested in a Caran d'Ache board as yet. You will also need some water to activate the crayon. and then a paper towel to clean your brush. You can use a water brush. I've got the pen towels, a water brush, or just a normal paintbrush. It's your choice. I've got a whole lot of paintbrushes next to me should I need them when we play in the colouring book. All right, let's get started. I'm just getting organised here. Right, we're going to begin swatching. I'm going to just zoom you in a bit. And take it from there. Make sure you have your water nearby and your paper towel to clean your brush. And off we go. We're starting with the white. You lay it down. A bit of a, not that you can really see it. I'm going to be using my Pentel water brush. To activate it, you do need a fair amount of water. I suppose that would be true for any watercolor medium. But you don't want to oversaturate either. Okay, next one we are doing is zinc yellow. Beautiful and vibrant. Okay, and activate it. Go from the furthest end and go in. And they dissolve really, really lovely and hold that pigment as well, and you can stretch that pigment out for quite a ways. It's a very light yellow, this zinc yellow. Just make it a little bigger. Right. They're highly pigmented and they activate really, really well. Like I say, it's a very, very light yellow, so we're not going to expect it to be super bright. This one is lemon cadmium. Okay. I'm doing it in order of that I received them in. I think I received them in this order in the tin. I do have a habit of reorganizing my supplies into color order, otherwise I can't use them. My brain won't allow me to use them. But I think they came in a pretty decent order. I didn't need to reorganize them. So beautiful and vibrant, and they dissolve so beautifully. As you can see, a beautiful paint, and then you can fade them out. Really, really lovely. Next one is lemon. Oops, sorry. As you can see, the yellows are all different, quite obviously different. So, and you don't need to lay down all that much. I'm just doing a lot on the end here just so you can see the pigments more clearly on camera. But you really don't need to use a lot. They are highly pigmented and go very, very far. Okay, I'm cleaning off my brush. And look how beautifully it activates. Look at that. The color just comes alive and it spreads so, so easily. Look at that. Beautifully water soluble. And you've got paint pretty much. Okay. They are so gorgeous. I don't know why I don't use these more often. I get so wrapped up in pencils, I forget to use my other supplies. All right, this one is canary yellow. Just lay it down. You don't need to be neat because it just, you know, it's only once it's activated does it really do its thing. This is a beautiful golden orangey yellow. So even that little bit at the end there where there wasn't much, look how much pigment comes off of it. There we go. So I think my brush went dry a bit. So you do need a fair amount of water to activate these, but I think that would be true for the Neo colors too. Okay. I think my brush went dry on that one, sorry. Then we've got orange yellow. I would have thought that was an orange yellow. Seems like it was more of a golden. There's definitely a difference between the two. That's really handy because you don't want to have duplicates, especially in a small set like this one of 48. You don't want to have duplicates. You want there to be quite a distinct color difference, but you also want to be able to blend them. And look at this, it's a perfect blend so far. Okay, see, with a little bit more water, there we go, much better, although it's quite a bit of water. All right, I do love how vibrant and pretty the colors are and how beautifully alive they come once they are activated. Let's just make him a little square. I made him a little untidy, so sorry. Then we are doing orange. This is just orange. I thought I would record in my lounge today. I usually record in my bedroom because that's where my desk is set up. But it's just so cold at the moment. And in the lounge, I get beautiful sunshine and it's so nice and warm in here. So I am trying a new setup. So if the lighting is a bit off or, yeah, just let me know and then I'll to tweak it for next time, or perhaps avoid recording in the lounge. We'll see. But yeah, it's the warmest room in the house. Well, I say house, our flat. We live in a tiny little beautiful flat. All right, so this is orange. Look how messy it gets. Goes all over. And thankfully it washes off very easily, obviously, with it being water soluble. And so it's a perfect blend so far. If you're wanting to blend from yellow to orange or orange to yellow, easily done. They've done perfect selection of colors for you to be able to do a gradient, a decent gradient. Super easy. Don't even have to try. There we go. It's a beautiful orange, and it's a true orange. It's a proper orange. This one is dark orange. It does get a bit crumbly, but that's okay. My squares are getting bigger. No uniformity, yeah. So sorry. I'm just swatching. I'm very excited to show you the colors and how beautiful they are. Look at that, just comes alive. So much pigment and color to it. They are amazing. Look at that. And they're beautiful and rich in tone. Oh, I just want a bit of water, but not too much. Okay. Go. That's dark orange. So far, the names of the colors definitely do tally up to the color that they're presenting. This color is vermilion. I do love vermilions. They're always so beautifully regal in their color. Love them. Okay. So I'm just going to lay a bit more down here, nice and rich. Okay. There's hardly anything here, and look at how much pigment came out of that. We haven't even got into, sorry, my reservoir seems to be battling a bit. There we go. Okay, such a beautiful color. So in the comments, let me know if you have heard of these before, if you own them, if you've used them, what your opinion of them are, or are. If you do own them and you do use them, be most interested. And if you have these and the Neo colors, let me know how they compare. I'd love to know. Okay, this is Pale Geranium Lake. What I will say about these is that they are easier to use. If you lay them down on a board first and activate them there and pick the pigments up before laying them down onto your illustration. I just find that they are easier to control that way. So when we do color in the book, we'll use that method. But for the swatching, I thought I'd show you the pigment of the crayon versus the pigment of it activated, just for interest's sake. This one is Rose Carmine. Oh, that's quite dark, isn't it? It's like a dark red. There we go. And then we've got dark carmine. So even though that's quite dark, once it's activated, you can actually see the pink undertone coming through already. This is, what was it again? Dark carmine. Such a beautiful color. Look at that. As you can see, still a perfect gradient in color. Super easy to blend and come up with a color combination that's going to work for you. So pretty. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. I should have used washi tape to stick this down. My bad. I think I might just do that. And I don't have to worry about it moving the whole time. How gorgeous is this color, guys? Oh, wow. My lovelies. This is such a stunning color. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. And they dry fairly, yeah. You can see even when they dry, they still hold their pigment quite well. Okay, this one seems to be a bit washed out, but that might have been the way I laid it down. Excuse me while I do some washi tape. Right, that's better with this with the washi tape. I don't have to worry about it moving around the whole time. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. My apologies. Right. So that was the gorgeous dark carmine. This one is light carmine. And very close in color. Very close in color. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's a bit too much water. Right. So when you use too much water, then it oversaturates and you lose your pigment. Just try and get this as neat and tidy. I don't know if you can hear the trains in the background in this room. It's quieter in this room than in the bedroom. The bedroom is literally facing the train tracks. Whereas here it should just be slightly in the background there. Hopefully not too loud. So these two seem to be very, very similar. But this one is definitely darker. Still perfect for if you're trying to make a nice blend. This one is Rose Madder Lake. Oh, it's like a dirty pink. Can you tell I haven't used these for a while? I'm planning on using it for my background in either the Jasmine Beckett Griffith whip that I'm working on, or maybe I'll use it on both, or the what is the other one that I'm working on at the moment? Oh, the Alan Robert, maybe. Might use it for that background. Although what I did find is that I couldn't use water mediums in the Beauty of Horror 5. I don't know if that's just me, but I tried to use my Inktense in that, and it's came through on the other side. Thankfully, I tested it just a small section first. But yeah, so I have to be careful with water mediums. So with that one, I actually think I'll stay away. All right, that's a beautiful color as well. Absolutely gorgeous. This one is Dark Flesh. Okay. It's a rather nice color. Quite fun for skin. Oh, it goes quite light once it's activated. Look how the color changes completely once it's activated. It's a lot more peachy and less pink. Huh, interesting. So I just want a little bit more water. Very, very interesting. See the difference in color here. All right. Still a lovely color, especially for a skin tone. So it's got a bit like of a brown undertone. So less pinky, more peachy, which you wouldn't expect from the swatch. Completely different color once activated, whereas the others seem to be quite true to the crayon color. Next is the, I would have preferred to have done this live with you all. I've got to figure it out. We'll get there. We'll get there soon. I just need to get my camera working properly with that. Okay, Light Flesh, a very light color. This looks like it might be a little bit more on the white side. Now you can see now that it's actually quite a dark flesh. Whereas the crayon looks like a dirty pink. Like a light dirty pink. All right, I'm putting this down quite heavily because I want the pigment to show up. Right. It goes very light. It's like a lot of white undertone there. Oops. Got a funny little strand there. What do you guys think so far? Is this something that would interest you, these? I love them. I do forget to use them because my preferred medium is pencil. It has nothing to do with the supply. Sorry, my brush seems to have dried out and it just doesn't want to get going. Hey. Misbehaving it is. Right. That's better. Probably going to flood now. That's much better. There we go. You can see it moving around quite nicely. That is very light, a lot lighter than the actual crayon color. Still beautiful colors for skin tone. Very, very pale skin tone. This one is magenta. Looks very, you can see I've used this one a lot. So I just want to clean off. It looks very purple for a magenta. Oh, you can see the pinky coming through. Very nice. Okay. Ooh, very pretty. Very, very pretty. So vibrant. See, with the right amount of water, they activate so beautifully and just melt away. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I have a watercolor set of pencils I want to introduce you to as well. I have a few things. Now that I've got a setup where I can kind of introduce you to new supplies and see how we go. I don't believe I am expert enough to do a review as such. Sorry, this one is Blue Violet. To do a review as such, I would rather just share my opinion, and if you are intrigued, you can possibly purchase the supply yourself, or you're welcome to ask me any questions if you have any, if you're curious and want to know more, you want me to do a further tutorial of any kind, or do a different video, prepare a review of sorts, which I would need to do far more extensive research. For this, I've just pulled out and, you know, playing with them for you so you can see how they perform, and just purely under relaxing circumstances. That is gorgeous. Also, absolutely stunning color. My light is disappearing very quickly. I hope the lighting is okay on camera. Right, next we have got, we're moving on to the blues now. Another one I've used a fair amount of. This is Deep Cobalt. I'm going to move over here. Very pretty blue. Yeah, so if you have any questions, or you want me to explain more, or I don't know, whatever it is that you need from me, please let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to accommodate you. I want to help where I can. It's the whole point of this channel, is to help. Okay. Also very pretty blue. I need more water again. Oh, gorgeous. When you get into the thick of it, stunning. Light cobalt. So again, you can see still very much an easy blend of colors to be able to put color combinations together. I think they've so far done a really good selection of colors for you to be able to use the set. Give me a second. I don't know if this is going to work. Get rid of the dust, you see. I left my other brush in the other room. Ooh, so pretty. It's gorgeous. As you can see, you can pick the color up quite nicely, and it carries over really, really well, like a paint. Obviously, more saturation you want, the more you lay down, the less you spread it out. It's stunning. Such a gorgeous blue. This one is sky blue. Oh, also looks very nice. It's like a purpley blue almost. The lighter colors I lay down more just so that they can show up on camera more easily. It's not that you actually need more. And this paper on this side, the other side is smooth, but this side is rough for water media. Oops. So pretty. It's a very pretty, very similar to Polychromo. They've got that blue. You know when you can see it in your head? Just can't think of the name now. Very pretty. And this one is light blue. Real true light blue, isn't it? Very pretty as well. Oh, it's so pretty. I think they've got such a fantastic range of colors in this set. Next we've got True Blue. Again, you can see the gradient of color. Easy blending combination. And they're all very, I wouldn't say very soft like a pastel. It's not soft like a pastel, but it's soft crayon. It feels like a crayon when you use them. You can see it gets all crumbly like a crayon would, a wax crayon. And if you're struggling to get color going, it's because you don't have enough water. Right, that was True Blue, I think. Okay, Prussian Blue. I love always Prussian colors. They've got like they're so rich and almost like a bit of a green undertone. Very pretty colors. Look at that. See what I mean? Like a teal undertone there. So gorgeous. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic selection of colors so far. Just the right amount of yellows, just the right amount of oranges in my opinion. Great reds into the pinks, peachy colors. Bearing in mind this is only a 48 set. Purples that could maybe have put a little bit more in my opinion. You can't really blend those too well, but this you could use quite nicely with the pinks. The blues are absolutely stunning so far. This is peacock blue. Oh, my favorite color. Look at this. Oh, just so stunning. My matric farewell dress was this color. That would be like your prom dress, for example, if you're not from South Africa. Oh, such a gorgeous color. You can see I just want to lay it down, lay it down. Just make sure we have enough water. Ooh, stunning, stunning, stunning. Look at that. Beautiful. It just melts away. You can see underneath, it just melts as soon as the water touches it. But it keeps its richness in color and its pigment. Can you tell it's my favorite? It's the biggest square. I'm so biased. My apologies. Okay, turquoise. I laugh at myself. Oh my. Turquoise is also very pretty. Also a nice blend here. Oh, okay. So pretty. Also very nice. It keeps its rich tone. The only one that doesn't look like the actual crayon, I would say, is this one, the dark flesh. So far the crayon color and the water activated color are rather similar, which is handy because you should be able to then choose your colors quite easily without really needing a color chart, although I always recommend having a color chart first. This is night green, which is going to be absolutely gorgeous as well. Very, very, very close to this peacock blue. I wonder if we're going to be able to tell the difference really once it's activated. This is definitely more green. Fair enough. But because it's a 48 set, let's see. Very, very close in color. They're both gorgeous, but that's purely because it's my favorite color. Absolutely stunning. I wonder if it will be slightly different once it is dried. This is slightly darker, I think, and definitely a little bit more green, but I think it's very, very close to the peacock blue, and they could have possibly used another color there, maybe it substituted with a purple instead of having two colors so similar. That's just my opinion. Okay, Viridian. This is very green. It's like a proper grass greeny color, isn't it? Well, for now, maybe more like an emerald green. This is getting a little saturated. It's a very pretty green. So now it's got a bit of this tealy green color to it. Sorry, my brush has got a lot of water. Very pretty. Is a very pretty color. Here is sap green. It's like an olive green color. Oh, once activated, yeah, it definitely is a sap green. Very nice. This will be a nice color to use on your leaves and grass. It's just such a versatile color to use. Oops. I'm sorry if you can hear the screeching train. When they break around that bend, it can get quite screechy. There we go. Very nice color. And then we have a moss green. Also very similar, but darker. Very pretty. Very similar to the sap, but it definitely is darker and yeah, more green than olive, although the crayon color seems deceiving in that sense. This one is apple green. It's a very true apple green as well. Nice and bright. Very bright. See, now that they're drying, you can actually see the difference in color. Sorry, this one doesn't have enough water. Hello. There we go. And too much comes out. Okay, very nice. Still trying to decide with these two. They look very, very similar for me. Whereas here you can see there's quite an obvious gradient in color. This one is light green. Oh, so this will go very nicely with that. Very pretty. Also quite a versatile color. In your color combinations that you could use. Very nice. Okay, now we're moving on to our darker. This one is olive green. I think it's a nice selection of greens. Very decent selection of blues. I don't know. These are like your turquoisey. The flesh, I think those are fine for flesh. Yeah. Purple, I would have liked a bit more of a lighter purple possibly. I suppose you could just use your white to get different tones, I suppose. So they've given us a pinky purple and a bluey purple, and the rest then you can lighten and darken to your liking with your white and your black, which is fair enough. It's like a real khaki color. I think it's a nice selection of greens. You'll be able to come up with nice, with a nice variety of color combinations for your leaves and your grass to create enough contrast. This is a gorgeous color as well, cedar green. Right, beautiful. I think we're going into browns now. This is dark sepia. Oh, that's very dark. See slightly the hint of a brown tone. Otherwise you'd swear this was black. Very nice, dark, deep, rich sepia. It's actually really good. Oh, it's lovely and rich. And then we're going on to Van Dyke brown. Yeah, that looks good for a Van Dyke brown. Sorry for the scratching noise. It's just the table underneath and the rough paper. Very nice. It's a nice brown, isn't it? For bark and for wood, wooden furniture, trees. Yeah, it's a great brown. Very nice. I like it. It's beautiful, rich tone. This one is raw umber. So it looks like I'm using pretty hard pressure and that I'm laying down a lot. But look at that. You can't even, they'll last forever, these. They really will. It's a beautiful umber color as well. Also such a versatile color, umber. You can use it on everything. Your golds, your woods, your even in your skin tone, hair color. Such a beautiful, easy color to use. This one is brown ochre. I love ochres as well. Also very easy, versatile colors. You can use them for many things. Oh, there's a hair here, sorry. It's fluff. There we go. Also a nice color to use for your golds, brass, copper. Very nice. We're nearly there, guys, nearly there. This one is gold ochre. And it very much is. Nice. Beautiful. It really is quite golden, isn't it? You take this with your golden tones here, and it will actually blend beautifully. I can very easily see which colors will blend where. I would say this is the order that they're placed in when you purchase them, because my colors, I wouldn't do them in this order. So yeah, it's not bad. And obviously it must work for me to have left them in that order. This one is just ochre. So nice. Beautiful color. Perfect. It's really, really lovely. Goes so beautifully together, don't you think? And then you add either one of those in for your shadowy areas. Gorgeous. Okay, I hope you can't hear the music. So I'm listening to a little bit of Linkin Park. That song in particular, anyway, is a bit loud. Okay, burnt ochre. I was born in 81, so I am very much an 80s baby, but not the cheesy kind of 80s. I'm more like OMD, Depeche Mode, Pink Floyd, you know, along those lines. Okay, burnt ochre. No, along those lines. And then obviously 90s and noughties would have been a bit of doof doof, dance music, and a little bit of rock, which would now be called classic rock, being Linkin Park. I was just always so impressed by Linkin Park because they were one of the first, well, they were the first band that I knew of that took grunge rock music and combined it with DJing. I just thought they were really, really cool and innovative in their style. Oh gosh, I'm sorry if I just bumped you. Okay, that's beautiful tone again. Oops, did I just smudge it? Sorry. Also, perfect blend. Just absolutely stunning. Burnt ochre that was. All right, I'm waffling on absolute nonsense now. Venetian red. That sun has disappeared now. It was so gorgeous. Oh, it's moved on to the other side of the house. I get all the morning sun in the lounge. I should have started recording earlier. I was fiddling with setup. And I was actually really exhausted this morning after dropping the boys. So it just took a while for me to get going. I decided, oh, just go have a shower, wash your hair, and you know, that will wake you up. And I must say, it did work. It did energize me a bit. It's a very nice color as well. I mean, this can go in with your red blends as well. Well, I suppose it is Venetian red, isn't it? This one is Pompeian red. These are also lovely to use in your skin tones. And I thought, well, while I have the energy, let me do this video, because I couldn't sleep last night because I was thinking about doing this video. I got really excited about introducing you to these Aquacolors. Yeah, I'll speak about them, and not many people seem to know about them. So I thought, well, let me introduce you. I doubt I am the first. But it's another opinion for you to consider if you have heard about them. You know, it's good to do your research before investing in supplies. We can get so caught up in the excitement of new supplies, but it can get very pricey. So it is better to have a few opinions, or a fair amount of opinions all round, and then you can make an educated decision on whether you want to outlay that expense or not. All right, this one is Indian red. Also really nice. I love the Lyra color range, and I think the names of their colors work well for you to have an idea of what it is that you are working with. Wow, how different is this color to the crayon? When you activate it, it's like a henna. It's actually really beautiful, very rich. Oops. One of those little crumbles. You just melt it down with the water, and then it gives you more pigments. There we go. Very nice. Look how beautifully it just carries. It's rich, thick. I'm not laying down that much either. We've got 3 left. 1, 2, 3, 4 left. 4 left, my apologies. Okay, so this is light grey. It's almost like a silver grey. Very pretty. I don't know if this is going to show up on camera. Good. It's a very pretty grey. I hope it shows. Like a very silvery, almost with a bit of a blue undertone to it. Must be a cool grey. Okay, actually really pretty grey. This one is, I'm saying how silver this one is, but apparently this one is silver grey, and yeah, very much so. Look how blue it is though. And silver does, it has a blue tinge to it. So yeah, very pretty. Not as dark when activated though. go. That's silver grey. And this one is medium grey. So you've only got 3 greys in this set, but I don't think it's a bad combination. You can still do a very decent blend with them, and you can make them darker, lighter, to be able to get different tones if you need to. Don't think you need more. It's a nice blend that you can come up with here. Oops, that's going to irritate me. Okay, and the last one, black. Here we go. And it's a proper thick black. Very opaque and luscious. So if you, yeah, I think it's a very decent set of colors. I think they're absolutely gorgeous colors. When they've dried, you can tell the difference. It's just these two for me, even though they're my favorite colors and I don't mind having 2 of them in a set. I would have preferred another purple or, I don't know. I just think they could have done another color, substituted another color with this one. But that's my only criticism. I think they are fantastic. That's the set done. Oh, I don't know why I've just closed them. We're going to use that. All right, I'm going to take this off and we can paint. Right, so this is what the swatch chart looks like, and look at those gorgeous vibrant colors. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. But like I say, these two are so very similar. That one is completely different to the crayon color, but overall they are a fantastic product and I would highly recommend them for you to play with and purchase. I will put links in the description for you of where you can purchase these in on Amazon, and in South Africa just go to your local P&A. It is that easy. That's where I purchased mine. Right, I'm going to color this adorable page by Kelly Horton. This gorgeous illustration is available in her book, The Darling Collection Portraits. And I'll also put a link to her Etsy store. She's got an awesome Etsy store where you can find loads of her gorgeous illustrations. I love her big-eyed girls. They are too adorable. I love that she draws the cute little noses in, which are an easy guide for us to follow. Some of them are very detailed. Some of them have are like this one, where you can you've got large spaces to play with and to blend with, and that's why I thought this one would be a nice one to play with the Aquacolors. And yeah, let's get started. So as far as I'm aware and that I know how, there are 3 methods or techniques you can use with the Aquacolors. The first one would be to take the crayon and just lay it down and then activate it. So I'm going to do her crystal ball here, and I am thinking of going with those gorgeous tealy bluey colors being my favorite. Can't see. Okay, so I'm thinking of going with this one, this one, this one, and possibly even maybe a little bit of this one to just mix it up. We'll see. So let me pull those colors out. This one, this one. The colors are night green, turquoise, the blue peacock, and then the grey. Which is, so instead of doing the whites, you know, the light grey. Now I am no pro. I'm still learning how to use these, so please bear with me. So what you would do is you can just lay it down how you'd like it to go. I'm not putting it all the way to the end because I don't want it to go over her skin. Just in the darker areas, okay? And just lay it down where you'd like it to go. Make it all mystical. And make sure you put a fair amount down so that it can spread and mush. It gets messy, guys. It's because it's water soluble, so it's soft. But not soft like a pastel, soft like a wax crayon kind of soft. Right, that was the night green. I'm going to now add some of the turquoise, just a little bit here, mix it all in, and a little bit here, you know, here. Over here. I don't know, just playing around. And then we're going to take the peacock blue and add some in. Just darken up certain areas. And you can take the grey and just add it in wherever. Let's see what happens. Like I say, I'm no pro. We are just playing and seeing what happens. But I know that this is not my preferred method. I prefer more control than that. I will leave my preferred method for last. Okay, you're going to need your water and a paper towel to activate. I'm going to use a paintbrush. No, I'm not going to use a paintbrush. I made that mistake before and it made such a mess. I'm just looking for a... Okay. I'm going to use a Pentel water brush push pen for this one. I love it because you can put the lid on the end. Okay, just make sure it's activated. There is water coming out. You can also do a test. I don't know if you can see the droplets. Okay, and then you can go in and it's just like painting. And you're just activating it just like you would a watercolor. I'm trying to be careful. And you can lay pencils down over this if you'd like to. Yeah, they're really versatile and fun to use. It's a very small area. I'm just being careful. I will speed this a little bit up. I'm going to pick some color up. Bring it in here. Okay, as I said, it's not my preferred method. Okay, make sure you have got water coming out. You need the water for it to activate, but don't oversaturate. I have just printed this on normal cardstock because I had these already pre-printed. Otherwise, I would have put it on watercolor paper. But this cardstock seems to work fairly well with all mediums. Keep wiping off. Okay, and as you see, it spreads really nicely. It comes to life really beautifully. So I would recommend, if you're using this method, to use the brush pen. It's just got a little bit more control and less risk of oversaturating. If you oversaturate, you kind of lose pigment. Whereas this, you can control where the pigment is going and your water control as well. It's very pretty colors, such beautiful colors. So this would be a really fun way of doing backgrounds for sure. Quick and easy backgrounds, lay the colors down, smush them all together with your water brush, and boom, you've got a fun watercolor background, easy peasy, and with beautiful vibrant colors. As you see, they all blend well, very well with each other, easy control, and that's also depends on the tools you use, you know, as to how well it's going to control. Always try and do the lighter colors before you go into your darker colors, but you can see they blend really, really nicely. Take the darker color off, go back into the lighter area. Yeah. Nice and easy, quick, fun way of creating like a watercolor effect. Good. They blend really, really nicely together. And they can be reactivated. So once it is dried and you feel you want to either add more or remove or tone down, you can. Okay. So that's her globe done. So I need that to dry. I don't have a heating tool right now, so yeah, we'll just be patient while that dries. The next method you can use is to dab off of the actual crayon itself. I want to do like a bit of a, for her gem over here, I'm going to do like a bit of a purpley bluey color. I really love this color over here. It is, it's sky blue. Sky blue. And I want to mix it with this blue over here, which is like a purpley blue. It is deep cobalt. And I think I'm going to add a bit of this black violet color here, which is blue violet. Okay, so the other way that you can use these is by dabbing off the actual crayon itself. I would recommend doing it not over the picture, but maybe to the side of it. You will need a fair amount of water to get it activated on the brush, but you can see, there we go, the colors coming onto the brush. I should probably use a paintbrush for this. Okay. And you can lay it straight down. Now I am wanting it a bit messy, purely for the purpose of this illustration. I need a bit of water, sorry. Okay, my water brush doesn't want to now activate. Whoops, now there's too much. Okay, just get some, there we go, that's better. Just mush it about. You know, like an opal or... Alright, and then let's get some of this one going. This one is the deep cobalt. Okay, and just like you would with a watercolor, just dab it in, let it do its thing. Okay, and then this one is the blue violet, and you're literally just putting water, I don't know if you can see that on camera, and it activates, see it comes on the brush, and you pick the color up. Okay, so with the brush pen you definitely have a lot more control. So it's better for detailing and that kind of thing, but you can always use, that's a little bit too much water coming out there, but you can use paint brushes as well. Just be careful of how much water you are picking up onto your paintbrush, as it can get messy. And like I say, it then washes out the pigments. The more water you use, the more it washes out the actual pigment that you are laying down. Super easy, typical watercolor technique. Not that I'm a professional in any shape or form or expert. I just literally play. I know to just dab and creates different effects. I just want the outline a little bit darker. Okay, wipe that off. And it comes off really quickly. I don't know if you can see here. See, it's already, the pigment is off the brush. I'm going to add a bit of this color, some more. Just dab in. Can pick up some water here, a little bit. It's so fun to play with. I'm sure there is wet on wet method that you can use as well. Because of the paper I'm using, I'm not going to attempt that. It would just buckle my paper completely. Okay, and you pick the pigment up off the crayon directly. Just want to dab in some more of this light bluey purple color. Pick it up. I do want a fair amount of water for this one in particular, because I want it to just mix in. Just want to dab in and leave, you know, some of it in there. Okay, and that would be the picking the pigment up directly off the crayon method. Okay, I just want to put those back. And then my preferred technique is to use a palette. Like I said, I don't have the Caran d'Ache one. This is literally just a chopping board that I use and lay the colors down, and it works very perfectly. I don't need anything more. So I think maybe we can do a little bit of maybe her headdress, and yeah, let's do a headdress and colour in there a bit. So I'm thinking a few pinks and something. Right, I'm just playing with colours, guys, so that you can see how the colours lay down and how they dry. If you can see here is really pretty. I could come back in here to obviously create more of that crystal effect, dab in lighter colours once it's dry. Okay, I think I'm going to go with, I'm wondering if I should do pink or stick with, let's go for pink. Okay, I'm going to go with this, with these colours here, and a little bit of this to tone it down in the highlightish kind of areas. So this one was the light flesh. Okay, just work this out quickly. Then it is Rose Madder Lake, and this one here is light carmine. Yeah. All right. So the other method you can use is to scribble on here. So you would lay your pigment down, and it doesn't matter about these little, because they dissolve, these little granules, they dissolve once you activate with water. You don't need a lot. I know it looks like I'm laying down a lot, but it really isn't. You can see there it's still got quite a lot of its tip left. And here. And obviously you would use this as a palette. You can mix if you want to, mix your colors. I don't need to with this color combination because it already has all the colors that I need. Okay, that's just for a bit of highlight. And yeah, and then you would activate it with water. I am just thinking I'm going to go from dark to light, so lay down my water. You can use a brush, or you could use a paintbrush as well. So obviously the more you activate, I mean the more water you lay down, the more it activates. You can pick that color up like you would a paint and lay it down as if you were painting, and it's beautiful lay down. I just find this is a lot easier to use and control than the other two methods, depending on what it is that you're hoping to achieve. Okay, just want to... And these are gorgeous, vibrant colors. Beautiful. Okay. In your darker areas, it will be darker. And it doesn't matter if it gets a little messy. You can always tidy up with pencil. Or like I said, you can correct it when it's dried and come back in. Oops. And like I've gone in here, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to lay down, I might lay down pencil there. I might do some more watercolor there, and it will just go over, it will just paint over. So I've got to get into these tiny little crevices. Okay. Beautiful rich pink, really pretty. It's like a cerise pink. Okay. And it just goes for miles. Really, really awesome. So I just have to change my angle to get in here. And it spreads really far. Look at that. It just keeps going and going. It doesn't really desaturate all that much. And if you look here, still loads for me to use there. You just keep reactivating it with water and it will go. So, I mean, just look at how much I managed to lay down. And I really haven't used a lot. And I diluted it quite a lot with the water. So it doesn't have to be neat. Watercolor's never neat. It's really freedom of expression and creativity and just, yeah, having loads of fun with it. It's a very loose medium to play with. So now I'm activating my second color and it picks up really beautifully and I'm going to blend it in. So smooth, so easy, just mixes in. It's really lovely. This color selection is absolutely perfect. It's so easy for you to make color combinations and blends without hassling and without having to create too many new colors. I think they've really thought through the colors very, very well to include in this selection. Okay, just blending in. Super smooth, super easy. Just very lightly. And just keeps going. Really is just so easy. I just want a little bit so it blends out very easily here. Yes, I am joining, but I'm going to put that lightest color over. Okay. It's just such an easy technique, this. I've got all my colors there. I can keep reusing them. I don't waste. I love it. Okay, and I'm just putting in my highlight now. Super, super easy to use. Just want a little bit more color. I mean water, sorry. Okay, let's take off. And voila. Put in a little bit of highlight. So easy to blend, look at that, just seamless. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just literally throwing colors down and hoping it will work. And it's just, it works. It's just so easy to use. So much fun. Nice easy blend. Look how pretty it's all blended together. I've kind of used my lightest as a blender as you would with your pencils. And if I want to, I can go back in with the dark and put more shadow in, make it darker in certain areas. Great color control. The brush obviously makes it easier as well. Okay, I just want to put in a bit more here. And a little bit more here. Super easy, no fuss. It's really relaxing to use. Yeah, it's like painting. As you can see, I'm like layering up. You can tell I'm a pencil artist too. Have to do my layers somewhere. Okay, put some more highlights in. go. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there now that I've shown you the 3 techniques. You can see they're almost, now that this one is almost dry. You know what I will do? So I'm going to use this technique now. I just want to pick up some of the white. I haven't cleaned my brush properly. And dab it in. Okay, just to give it a little bit more of a marble effect. See how it's reactivated? Do you see the colors come off here? I should be cleaning my brush off, but it's okay, I'll clean it now. So they layer really nicely as well, as you can see. Just want to add in over here as well. Just random. There we go. If you can hear any background noise, I'm sorry, I've got my kids home. They're both not well again. Oh, I don't know what to do. And they're playing their PlayStation. And the one's got very loud sound effects. It sounds like an alarm's going off in the background. Okay. Just to give it a bit of a, you know. Oopsie, sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it there. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed learning more about the Aquacolors and how easy they are to use, how fun they are to use, their gorgeous vibrant color, how beautifully they blend together, how excellent the colors are in the set to be able to easily create blends. I think they're fantastic. I love them and I really do need to use them more. I've been coloring a lot in my coloring books and I don't like to use water media directly into my coloring books, so that's why I haven't used them as much. But if I print onto my cardstock or my watercolor paper, then I definitely like to use these either as a base coat or as a you know, as the main feature, and then they're excellent for backgrounds. Super fun, super easy for backgrounds. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. The Lyra Aquacolors come in sets of 12, 24 and 48. I hope this video was informative and fun while discovering a new colouring medium. Please leave me a comment below with your thoughts on this product. Have a wonderful, colourful day ahead of you. Till next time, bye!